Okay folks, in this video what we're going to show you is how to zero whatever recording type of device you decide to use. We're going to show you how to zero it to your weapon. This is a Savage 243 rifle. It's the same rifle that I ended the previous video with. The recording device that's on it is a cell phone. Now I like the cell phones, or I haven't actually used them before. This is the first year, but I like the cell phones because the reason behind developing this whole system was what I call hands-free hunting, or almost hands-free. Once you get the thing mounted and zeroed, then all you have to do is hunt. And what I like about the cell phones is you cut them on, and then of course they go into power save mode. And then if I'm hunting, all I got to do, if I see the animal, I can tap my phone twice on the front. It comes on. I hit my camera icon, and I think on this one you have to hit it again with your finger. And when I say hit, you're just touching. You touch it again, and you're recording. And then of course if you want to zoom in or out, you just use your finger to drag the thing left to right. So I'm really excited about trying this year. And some of these cell phones have got great audio video capability, and that's what I've always wanted in hunting. Primarily I use a camcorder. I've had great success with camcorders. I used a Samsung SCD-23 Mini DV. Now I know to a lot of you I just showed my age, but it worked very well. Had an image stabilizer setting on it, and it was pretty hands-free. I just had to cut the unit on, press record, and the rest of it was just aiming the weapon and hunting. You don't even, at that point when you're hunting, you don't even have to look at your recording device. But there's a few steps that you have to take to get there. And so we're going to talk about those steps. With a rifle and a shotgun, it is absolutely just amazingly easy. Once you have the mount on, and you have your recording device attached, you want to have these screws here just a little bit loose. You just want to have them snug so that the unit can move up and down. And you want to have this one, but you know, with a little bit of tension to it. You know, I might want to snug it up there just a hair more. A little bit of tension to it. And the same thing with this wing nut on the bottom. Or if you were using a camcorder or a regular camera with audio video capability, it would be the Allen fitting under there, and of course you would need your wrench to do that. What you do next is you simply just have a target. You sight through your scope, your iron sights, I know they got these laser dot sights now, and they've been out for years, so whatever your sighting mechanism for your weapon, all you do is you just sight in on the target. It's pretty good if you want to block you can use a table like this and block your weapon down, and then just whatever you're sighting on, you want to zero this recording device to it. And you simply do that by moving it up or down till you get it right up or down. Then you just tighten a little snug because you probably want to make a fine-tune adjustment. And of course for your left and right is just screw into here or the wing nut and moving it left and right until you get it correct, and then tighten it down. Then look back through your sight again. You're going to be real close. You'll get so good at it you can probably get it the first time. But once you get it, you go back and forth between these procedures, and once you get it set, then you lock it down. You can tighten these just thumb tight. You're fine, and the same way with this one on the bottom. And then just recheck one more time through your sight and make sure it's zeroed. Once you get it zeroed and you've got it locked, you're good to go. And I leave mine on all hunting season, and unless I bump it really hard, I never have to adjust it. As a matter of fact, I don't even think I've ever bumped it so hard that I had to adjust it. These rubber pads really grip well. Whatever type of recording device you want to use, it's up to you. You can use a regular camera like I got mounted to the end of the bow here. I'm going to show you. I hope you can see that. That's just a regular camera, but it has audio video capability. You can use, I had the big Samsung Mini DV on there before. Of course, they have the regular disc type camcorders available now. They're really small. They have really great footage. This HDMI footage is just amazing, or HD footage. You may see on a shotgun or a rifle, when you pull the trigger, you may see a little bit of blip in your image, but it'll come right back. And the thing that this does, it makes it just as good. If you do it right, it makes it just as good as these professional videos where you see cameramen in the tree. And you don't have to reach around, you're adjusting all these different things. You zero it before you go hunting, and then you have it. So you apply the same principle that I just talked about with this rifle to a shotgun. So we're not even going to go over that. It's pretty simple. I'm going to move this in just a second and try to keep the camera focused. We'll zoom it out a little bit, and we'll go over the bow, because the bow is the most difficult. So let me move this and zoom the camera out a little bit. Give me just 1 second here. I want to make sure that you can see this. Okay. I'll move this out of the way. And now we've got our bow. We've already got a camera mounted to it. This is just a normal, I think this is a Canon. I have so many I lose track of them. It even says HD on the side. So it has audio video capability. First thing, like I said, the bow is the most difficult. It is much easier with a camcorder because the camcorder has an LCD screen. It usually opens up to the left side. When I open that window, I can draw my bow, side in on something. I usually try to side in about 15 to 20 yards, just 17 yards is about a good spot. I side in on that with my bow at full draw. Then you have to look into your viewfinder and see how much adjustment you need to make up or down. You may have to draw your bow. Sometimes it takes 20-30 times, especially if it's a camera like this, because it kind of blocks your natural view. Like I say, the camcorders are much easier. You may even need some help from someone looking in at the side, but I pretty much found that I can bend my arms a little bit as I draw. You know, if you're used to a bow, and you can do those sorts of things. But just back and forth, adjusting until you get it in there. Again, using the screw on the bottom for your left and right. These two wing nuts for your up and down. Once you get it fully adjusted, then you're set. You could go hunting. But this is a good time to do a little precautions for the next time that you want to mount your camera. And this is something that I found out that's real easy. A lot of people think that you can't film an animal's approach with a bow because with a camera on it, because you have to be at full draw to be set on it. That is not true. What I do after I have this camera set, and I'm going to try to move this down so you can see it. If you see right here, hopefully you can see this, there's a piece of tape on my string. I don't even know if this is masking tape or freezer tape, doesn't matter. But what I do is I cut my camera on after I've got it zeroed, and I'll just put my regular bow target out about 17 yards or 15 yards, and I will use the top pin without drawing the bow. I will use the top pin, and I'll side in on the target with the LCD screen, and I will set a piece of tape to where the top of the tape in alignment with the shortest yardage pin. My bow is a 15-yard pin. It doesn't matter though if I use a 15-yard pin and zero it at 17. It just doesn't matter. You're in the ballpark because you're not going to be taking long shots with a bow, or at least I'm not. And you press that tape with the top of your tape aligned to the top of your pin, aligned on the target that's in the center of your viewfinder. Once you do that, Then after you hunt, if you take this camera off, as long as you use the same camera and you put it back on, you can zero it by just looking, without drawing your bow at all, looking down the top of the tape and the shortest yardage pin and just adjusting your camera in there, and it will be spot on every time. Another reason you want to have this, and this is the most important reason, you don't want to just film a shot. Animals do, if you really want to record nature, I probably shoot 1 out of 50 animals that I record. I've got hours of footage of turkeys, deer, different animals, and I like to just record them. I don't want to sit there with an 80-pound pull or 75-pound pull, be at full draw trying to record animals. So and also when if it's an animal you're going to harvest, if you line up again with the top of the tape and the pin, and just look at the animal with your camera on recording while it's coming in, you don't even have to worry about your camera anymore. You're recording everything. Just stay on the animal. With this bow, when you get ready to draw, well, it's zeroed to the weapon, so you're still going to be in there. You draw, you shoot, and then of course, with the string relaxed again, you can go right back to the top of your tape and the shortest yardage pin, and you can record the animal's exit. So you can record the animal's entry, you can record the shot, and you can record the animal's exit just like they do in the professional hunting videos. Now let's see, I think we've about covered it all. I want you to know that this is a great little hunting aid if you like to hunt and you like to record your hunts. These things are made out of lightweight PVC. They're very affordable. I would not put anything out there that the average person couldn't afford. If you like to watch your hunts on TV, this is the product for you, and I absolutely love it. I've been using it for many years, and I'm trying to get it out there and share it with the public. If anyone has any questions, my email address for this product should be on there. On your where you're ordering it from, it should be huntingcameramount@gmail.com. My name is Andy Herring. You can email me questions. I'll be glad to try to answer them to the best of my ability. Again, that email address is huntingcameramount@gmail.com. Happy hunting, folks.